All right. This is a special announcement here for my evening course on February the 6th, as it has been canceled. So give me a moment here. I'm going to work on clearing my throat, but also publishing this here on our uh, page. Arizona Western. All right. Well, as I'm working here on the other slides, maybe I'll even just show you what I'm doing here. I'm just publishing this, trying to get this onto your canvas here, but nonetheless, this will be published onto your canvas in your announcements page. And I just want to kind of go over some things some housekeeping items here this evening. But of course, we're going to maintain the same schedule here. We'll work on chapter 3 here this evening. Put my mic up a little higher, kind of hot on that mic. But let me try one more time here to refresh this. Arizona Western, it's not up yet. Let's try. Let's see if I can't figure out a. I'm going to try on my live streaming on another device here. Let's see here. Stream settings here. Let's go. Let's copy that. Let's do this. I'm going to try one more time here, then I'm going to jump in if it doesn't work. Let's do it via HTML. I don't think it worked. I don't see anything. Let's try one more thing here. Oh, okay. Let's try this. You. All right. Well, let's. I got a link at least. So let's kind of get my get my. Let me see where I'm at. All right, it is 10 past the hour, so I'm going to jump right into it here, and we're going to get into some of the announcements here as class is not in person and canceled. So, again, this is going to take quite a bit of independent work on behalf of my students here, particularly my evening students. And welcome here to week number 4. So, second class of February here. We're in week number 4. We can zoom in just a little bit if you'd like. We were finishing up chapter 3, cell biology. And then Thursday, don't forget, Thursday is our exam here as it relates to chemical and cellular level of organization. So we finished the chemical level of organization. We were working through the chapter 3, the cellular level of organization. So remember that your lectures are all recorded and available through the modules here. So if I give you the student view, you'll scroll on down here to chapters 2 and 3. So you can see chapter 3 here. This time, chapter 3 has kind of a review. So there's the preview into cells. And remember here that we've went through the cellular level of organization, cell membrane, cytoplasm, and the organelles. And then today the plan was to go over nucleus and DNA replication, some protein synthesis, cell growth and division. So these 4 chapters, or these 4 sections there, chapter 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, and 3.7, were all going to be the basis of the lecture. So I encourage you to take a look at those, as well as the previous ones if you haven't, in terms of the lecture. So I'm going to record this. I meant to record this. Let me do this one more time. 3, 2. Wait. Let me give you the. Let me go to the home here. I forgot to record. Hate when I forget to hit the record button, right? All right, and I am live. It is a wet Tuesday on February the 6th. This is a recording here for my evening class section as the in-person class has been canceled due to the inclement weather. Leadership has told us to cancel all in-person classes. So this is kind of it won't go all 2 hours. I just want to give you a kind of the housekeeping items, keep you guys on task as it relates to chapters 2 and 3 for the exam here on Thursday. So again, we're here in our Canvas page, so we'll take a look into our schedule. So click on there, as I've gotten there, click on the syllabus. Scroll down, we'll take a look at our schedule here. And so this is going to be important because we get a little bit of a tight window here. As a week from Thursday, we will have not a holiday, but professional development day. We are in week 4, ladies and gentlemen. We are in week 4 where we are finishing up chapter 3. We went through the first half of chapter 3 on Thursday of last class. We're going to finish up chapter 3 here today. And then, again, our exam here on Thursday, February the 8th. Is going to be over chapters 2 and chapters 3. So a good portion of that will be the multiple choice questions that you might be familiar with, and then some of the practical questions as well. So let's see here. If I was to give you a little bit of a preview, let me take a look and go down to take a look at some of my item banks, some of the questions that might relate to some of the pictures that we look at. So if I scroll down here. So let me start with cells, right? Kind of a preview of what we've been talking about here as it relates to on Thursday when we talked about the different parts of a cell, particularly the organelles. So again, you'll be asked to identify some of these organelles of the cell, right? Whether it's, let me scroll up a little bit, whether it's that one there, or that one. So identifying the parts of a cell, right? And answering these questions in terms of short answers. Don't forget the isotonic, hypertonic, and hypotonic solution. So that's a big portion as it relates to the exam, whether it's short answers like you see here or multiple choice questions as well. So I encourage you guys to take a look at that as you review for that exam, that test on Thursday. You can see there's the different solutions there, and you take a look as well. There's going to be some identifications of the cells in terms of what stages of mitosis. So I encourage you. This is a resource that I got from. Actually, let me show you how it is from your Canvas. Open up your Canvas there. If you go to the home page of your Canvas, modules, give it the student view like you see it, like I see it here. So if you go into modules, you'll see that there are some resources here, particularly digital histology, or histology guide is the one that I'm referring to now. And in histology guide, you'll scroll down to slide box, particularly the chapter 1, the cell. That's kind of where we're at. Chapter 1. And at the bottom of the page, what you'll see is our onion slides. So you will be asked, that's where these questions come from. Let me go to the whole screen. These questions come from the different phases, so prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase, PMAT. So you can see here there's prophase cells. You can see metaphase cells as well, as they refer to. I got to scroll down a little bit. Right there, there's that metaphase cell where the chromosomes are lining up at the middle of the cell. And so these are the pictures here that that I pulled them up for those questions. So you can see again, what is that stage of mitosis? And again, digital or histology guide is the website. So you might want to get familiar with some of those phases of mitosis. Remember that in the back of the lab as well, identifying the different stages of the cell division as they occur. And then as it relates to the chemical level of organization, things you should be familiar with include the types of reactions that occur. So the types of reactions that might occur, the organic versus inorganic molecules, organic versus inorganic molecules, and bonds, right? What type of chemical bond is present? What type of this? So again, this question here from your textbook, the Anvil general notation is an example of what type of reaction. And then again, what type of bond is formed when these two elements identify the particle. And so that's the concept behind the some of the questions that you'll see in chapters 2 and chapters 3. So the chapters, the late chapter components here, are already published. Right? If we go into 00.1 here, jump into the modules. I'll give you the student view. And there, there it is, chapter 3. So the lecture component is there at the bottom of the page. So this is your introduction to cells. You can see there's a few videos as relates to an introduction to the cell. There's your chapter, the reading chapter, the outline for you guys to fill out, and then my lectures. So the lecture component we went over in our class on Thursday. Thursday we went over the 3.1, the cellular level of organization, 3.2, cell membranes, 3.3, cytoplasm and organelles. Let me zoom in there for you. Cytoplasm and organelles. And then where we're starting, and I encourage you guys to at least get through this portion here this evening after we wrap up this information section, is to go through chapters 3.3, 3.4, 3.4, 3.5, and 3.6 here, right? The nucleus and DNA replication, protein synthesis, cell growth and division, and cell differentiation. Any of these aren't necessarily long, but this would be the lecture portion of our course that we were going to review here. So there it is, and so I won't harp on that. You guys can read that lecture section as well. It'd be very similar to what I would have presented in class. But let's see here. Let's give you guys a extra credit opportunity here. So let's do this. I'm gonna. I got an idea here to give you a way to practice for the exam, as well as get a couple of points of extra credit here for my evening class now. Now, again, this is for my evening class, and maybe even my online class. I should give you guys a separate one. But the Kahoot that I had planned for us this evening, if I will post and allow you guys to complete, and you can finish it for extra credit. Let me see if... Okay. But let's take a look at one of these Canvas ones that I have. Duplicate. Let's assign this. All right, I think I got it here. Uh, all right, here it is. So, invite. Here's the QR code for you guys to complete, right? So it is the Kahoot. I will give you, let's make it a fair amount of points. Let's say 10 points of extra credit for completing this Kahoot here this evening. So you can see here, embedded into my announcements, got a little extra credit. If you hit that QR code, you can do it now. You can save it later. I'll post another presentation up here for you. But again, this will be assigned to each of you. I'll give you 10 points of extra credit for practicing this and completing it, watching the announcements up until, I don't know how long I've been doing announcements here. But this is going to be available for you guys here. Let me give you another, give you guys that QR code for you guys to work on a little bit here before I I will say that some of these questions here were taken on this one. Some of them are review, right? So I can take some, so I can have some quantitative measurements for before and after I taught this. But also, some of these are taken directly from the quiz slash a test that you have on Thursday. So a good practice here for you guys to kind of review some of these questions, see where you guys fare in terms of recall for some of this, right? So there it is. There's the QR. You guys can pop that up there on your phones and finish that. Work on that here in the next couple of minutes. While I also find the way to share it. No, I think that's yeah. I'll figure out that how it goes. So we'll take a look at that one. Yeah, I'll publish it also on the announcements page as well. So you guys can take a look at that. But again, the big thing that you guys are going to be looking at here as it relates to chapter 2 and 3 is going to be chapters 2 and 3 in the textbook. So we're going to stay tuned here for the. We're going to stay rolling here on our schedule on Tuesdays and on Thursday we'll have our test. Okay. That's good enough for the recording portion of it. Let's see if I had any other announcements that related to that, related to to my students here. So again, there is the extra credit assignment. There's two. There's another extra credit assignment already available as it relates to the PBS special Beyond the Elements, the Chemistry of Life. So that one is due on Friday. Friday that one's due. So I would encourage you to do it before the exam. It would probably be helpful, but nonetheless, if your time runs out, if you're allocating your time accordingly, you may not be able to. And so the extra credit is available there. And then I will post up that extra credit related to the Kahoot. That's there on the QR as well. So take a look at that on there. And yeah, I don't know that I have a whole lot of other announcements. I guess I'm going to leave it for you guys to get to studying and working on that on your chapter 2 and 3. Remember, the lectures are available there on Canvas. We'll also give you the opportunity here to wrap up your lab assignments. So lab assignment 2, lab assignment 3, if they need to be completed, you have until midnight tonight to finish those lab assignments up. Get those posted as well. And then on Thursday, we'll focus on our chapters 2, chapter 3 exam / assessment. And on Tuesday, a week from today, when we start back on to chapter 4, we'll probably meet in a computer lab. We'll talk about that a little bit further when we get closer to that date. But I just want to focus here your guys' efforts on the tests that we have here coming on Thursday. Let me see if I have any comments, questions, or concerns here. Checking my email, see if there's anybody dropped anything from my email. If there's anything that needs to be addressed, it does not look like anything big here, but let me jump on. Let me get in my chat. Nothing on the chat. Okay. Well, class, again, due to the inclement weather, we have canceled the in-portion portion of our class here. So we're going to work on. What are we going to work on? Chapters 2 and 3 independently. So that is on your Canvas here under modules, chapter 2 and 3 in preparation for. Give it the student view, right? What did I do? All right, so go to modules. Remember chapters 2, chapters 3 still on the deadline here. Working on these 2 chapters, finishing up chapter 3, the second half of chapter 3 here. Making molecules was lab assignment number 2. I'm assuming most of you have gotten that portion completed. Lab assignment 3 is the one that's going to be due at midnight, and so I imagine you guys might have a little bit of work to do to complete that one, but nonetheless, then we'll move into our chapters 4 and 5. I'll publish that one up probably before we meet on Thursday, but again, we'll focus here on just the chapters 2 and 3. But yeah, while I'm at it, let me just put this publish here. Here we go. Okay, let's in class portion. Class canceled. Extra credit Kahoot. I'm going to post the link up right now. Let's go to the next. All right, let me post the link. There's the link. Let me see if anybody's Look at you guys too. You already completed it. There's the link. Let's make it a little bit bigger. All right, and then the last portion is that I will this video here on Canvas. Okay. Let's input this. Not yet. It's not up yet. Let's wait another couple of seconds. All right, let's do it now. All right. So let's see what I got for you. All right. Has been this video will be published here shortly. It's almost processed. There's your extra credit Kahoot. I should probably clean up a little bit of these lines here. Let me fix this if I can. Delete a couple of those lines there. Okay, let's go with it. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, so there it is. We got some announcements up there for you guys. Just kind of what I've been already processing, what I've been talking about. Just recorded it, posted it right there on the canvas for you guys to review. Any of your classmates that missed this quick update onto what the plan was and how we were going to move forward in our class. That's right there. It'll be processed. Give it a couple minutes. It'll be published there. The class that's been canceled, and then your Kahoot, that extra credit Kahoot. Click right there, and there it is, right there. Give you guys a couple minutes there just to see if there's any comments, questions, concerns. It doesn't look like it. But okay, I guess that'll be it, guys. Thank you for your time. I will see you guys on Thursday. Here we go. So how does the Kahoot play a role for the extra credit? Do we just do the QR code and the Kahoot will go into it by itself? Oh, sorry. You probably want to put your, let me indicate this. Put your name down, right? And then I will check after the completion date, and anybody that's completed it will get extra credit for doing so. So I will encourage you to use your first and last initial. So use your first name, last initial, and I will give you that accordingly. So probably Thursday morning. I think it's due by Thursday. So once it's done, I'll go down the list and I will give extra credit to everybody that has completed it. Yeah. All right. Any more comments, questions, concerns? All right. All right, you guys. Stay safe, stay dry, and have a good night. I will see you guys on Thursday.